Kosta. We've got so much to talk about tonight. The NYPD does the bare minimum. Fox News throws a party for themselves. And America's got a crush on a bad boy, like really like murder bad. Anyways, let's get into the headlines. Let's start with the breaking news. For the last few days, there's been a killer on the loose in America. Well, there's actually tons of killers on the loose in America, but this one killed someone important, so they were really looking for him. And personally, I'm glad they found him yesterday. Call me old-fashioned, but I think murdering people in cold blood by shooting them in the back is wrong. So I'm glad that this ice-cold assassin is off the streets. Let's find out more about his dark and mysterious past.
Police officially charging 26-year-old Luigi Mangione.
Whoa, hold on. What? The assassin's name is Luigi Mangione? Did they find him hiding in a big pipe? I mean, I'm kidding. The cops were able to locate him after following the trail of fettuccine Alfredo leading out of Central Park. It's okay, I can make fun of Italians because Italians annoy the shit out of me, but fine. He's Italian. Does that mean he's a criminal? Probably, but what evidence do they have that this is the guy?
According to court records, the suspected killer had 3D printed ghost gun on him, several fake IDs, $8,000 in cash, and a 3-page handwritten manifesto.
Okay, that's a lot of evidence. What else did they find on him? Was he wearing a T-shirt that said, "I shot a CEO and all I got is this lousy T-shirt"? Also, are they sure that New Jersey ID was fake? I feel like if your name is Luigi Mangione, you're born with a New Jersey ID, it just slides out with you like the placenta. But we can't give all the credit to the Altoona police just because they caught him. Because the NYPD, well, they did their part too. They were scouring the city for days. They were looking in the bushes. They looked on some other bushes. Here they're standing on a rock. Hey, should I look in that bush? I don't want to do that stuff. New York's finest. Don't get me wrong. They didn't spend the whole time barely looking in the bushes.
The breakthrough in the case came as police divers continued to search a lake in New York Central Park for items dumped by the assassin.
Great work. They're like, hey, you guys looking for the killer? We're going to see if he wished on any lucky pennies down here. Hey, did the killer use a gun? Because we found 5,000 of them down here. So now that we know who the suspect is, it's time for society to indulge in its favorite pastime, obsessing over every detail about this guy's life like he's a K-pop idol.
Mangione comes from a prominent Maryland family, which owns multiple country clubs in the state.
He was valedictorian at his graduation from a $40,000 a year private school with a carnation in his buttonhole.
Oh, a carnation in his buttonhole. Not like one of those peasants who fills his buttonholes with buttons, I guess. But see, this is why I don't want to send my kids to private school, because if they become a murderer someday, that tuition, what a waste of money, right? And that's why I support public education. Thank you. That didn't get the response I anticipated, but that's okay. It's surprising that he comes from such a privileged background. He's not really the kind of guy you'd expect to become a murderer. I mean, I expect him to crash the housing market, but not kill a guy. So we know he was privileged. He was apparently smart, but were there any other clues that something might be going wrong?
He spent time in Hawaii at a co-living space during 2022 and 2023. And 2 people who knew Mangione during that time say that he was dealing with frequent back pain due to an injury. One added that Mangione started a book club, but several members left due to discomfort over what he chose to read. An online book review from January of this year, apparently written by Mangione, praises some of the writings of the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, you know, this is a classic mistake. You never want to start your book club with the Unabomber. I mean, you kick it off with some Sally Rooney, then a little Jonathan Franzen, then when everybody's like, we're so bored, that's when you hit them with the mail bomb stuff, okay? But if you're looking for something that will make you a hit with your book club, well, try this one. Lucky Loser. Adventures in Tennis and Comedy by me, Michael Kosta. This is an actual real book that I wrote, and it's available to pre-order now for the holidays. Consider it my manifesto for wanting your money. So his medical issues could have been a motivation. The Ted Kaczynski love could have been a red flag. And recently there was something else raising alarm bells.
Mangione was in regular contact with friends and family until about 6 months ago when he suddenly and inexplicably stopped communicating with them.
In July, a friend messaged him on X, "Hey man, I need you to call me. You made commitments to me for my wedding, and if you can't honor them, I need to know so I can plan accordingly."
Yeah. Sorry, bro, but Luigi was busy planning the most important day of his life, okay? But this is a good reminder. When you get mad at someone for not responding, be kind. You never know what they're going through. They might be plotting an assassination. But now this guy's been arrested, and normally, most people believe that getting a suspected killer off the streets is a good thing. But that's not exactly what happened this time.
Surging support on social media for murder suspect Luigi Mangione. The hashtag #FreeLuigi trending worldwide.
Y'all saying murderer, I'm saying freedom fighter.
The comments posted in reaction to the CNN news post, brutal. McDonald's employees snitched on a working class hero, 251 likes. I hope someone creates a GoFundMe for his legal defense. Not all heroes wear capes. Some wear backpacks. Does he need someone to corroborate his alibi? Because I got him.
Yes, these horrible comments should never be repeated. And now let me read all of them slowly on national television. Look, I understand that we all hate insurance companies. I happen to think America needs free, universal health care funded by taxes. But shooting a real human in the back is not heroic, and it's not going to get people what they want. And if you want real change, well, we have to realize that comes from a lot of people working together, doing a lot of small things, organizing, educating, voting for politicians who will actually pass universal health care. And that might not be exciting or thrilling or sexy, but if you want that, why don't you pick up a copy of my new book, Lucky Loser? It's available for pre-order now, and it's inspired 0 murders so far. Now, there is one other reason this guy's built such a fan base. He's a total snack.
And also, let's not get around the fact a lot of people find the man attractive, and so that has become this whole thing.
Could he be the new hot felon?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And there was talks about how some people were saying he was an attractive-looking killer.
So much of the clips we were watching at the top of this segment are driven by the fact that this is an attractive.
We got to drop the banner to show why.
And it is deeply troubling that we are celebrating this person.
I love how CNN is like, I can't believe people are romanticizing this monster control room. Can we zoom in on his giant dong? My question is he really even that hot? I mean, take away the hair and the abs, the face, the arm, that easy smile, the way his eyes light up. I'm sorry, what are we talking about? Syria? What are we talking? Oh, we're talking about the guy with the incredible abs. I know everyone's getting all horned up because he's got muscles, but that's not what makes a man. You know what does? Providing for your family. Watching most of a documentary. Thinking about Googling a charity you heard about. That's masculinity, all right? Thank you. Now, for more on the case, let's go live to the Manhattan DA's office with Ronny Chieng. Ronny. Important case. Ronny, what's the latest?
Well, Michael, we're slowly learning more about who exactly Luigi Mangione is. On the surface, a well-off private school educated young man, Ivy League graduate, he worked as a data engineer. All in all, he had a bright future. But 5 days ago, it took a dark turn.
Wait. hold on. Did you show a photo of yourself shirtless hiking?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I just want to get some good pictures of me out there in case I'm ever in the news for murder.
Wait, you're gonna murder somebody?
No, I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller, all right? But hey, if it happens someday, I want to do the responsible thing and have some thirst traps ready for CNN, all right? So just let me do my report.
Okay, all right, fine. Go ahead.
Anyway, the killer's motivations remain a mystery, but what we do know is that in an America with such easy access to weapons and one where passions run high, a tragedy is just moments away and can have consequences that last for life.
Ronnie, what the hell is this, Ronnie? What is this?
No, that's just the Ken Burns effect, okay? It helps make still images more dynamic.
Ronnie, come on, man. The news isn't going to show pictures of your dog busting out of your Speedo.
Yeah, they will. That's how hotness works, Michael. I mean, just look at Jesus, okay? Will we still be talking about him today if he looked like Rudy Giuliani? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, the fact is America is obsessed with image. And images in our society can dictate public opinion. And while we wait to hear about the suspect's motive, people are mentioning his history of
laughing at this. Why am I in that photo? Why am I 400 pounds? Why am I covered in chili? This sucks.
Look, Michael, it's not personal, okay? It's just a comparison. It just makes me look harder, okay? But like I was saying, there was a manifesto, and Mangione does seem to have a serious problem with the health.
No, Ronnie, dude.
What?
What? Ronnie? Why do I have a thought bubble that says I pee sitting down? And you're not even in that photo. This sucks.
Yeah, of course I'm not in the photo. Why would I associate myself with a loser who pees sitting down?
Get out of here, Ronnie. Ronny Chieng, everyone.